Moving to Nashville, Tennessee, or thinking about buying a home in Nashville, Tennessee in 2024, you are in a crowd of a lot of people, and we're so excited that you found this channel today. Before you think about that move, though, and before you definitely decide that you're all in on moving here to Nashville, Tennessee, listen to this video because we're going to give you some behind-the-scenes information that's not readily available, and you would probably only know if you're an insider. So listen to the whole video before you decide to make a move here. Hi, I'm Lorene Hetherington. I work here for Parks Realty, and I'm with hetheringtontn.com. We have had the pleasure of buying and selling real estate for 21 years, and this is our wheelhouse. We specialize in helping people buy and sell Nashville homes for sale. We're so excited that you found your way to this channel. Be sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you have any questions specifically about any areas or any communities, go ahead and leave it in the comments. We're always looking for new videos and new ideas and ways to serve you. So again, thanks so much for finding your way here. We're all about helping you buy a house, get a fresh start, and live your best life yet. Today, we want to share with you 7 things you need to know before deciding to move to Nashville, Tennessee in 2024. Number 1, you need to know Nashville is truly an it city. This is not just a honky-tonk town with country music anymore. We find Nashville on the top places to live around the country year after year. I think it's really a unique combination of just having great jobs. The cost of living is relatively low, and there's lots of things to do. First and foremost, though, it is an amazing quality of life. We have about 100 people a day moving to Nashville, Tennessee, and even more moving to the southern part of Nashville, which is technically in Williamson County, which is where Franklin, Tennessee is located. Franklin's really a suburb of Nashville. Nashville is the capital of Tennessee. We have lots of medical jobs here. You'll find world-renowned Vanderbilt University, lots of tech companies, of course, the music industry, not just country, all kinds of music, the film and entertainment industry, so many people fleeing California and New York and making Nashville their home. We also, I can proudly say, have so many entrepreneurs here. They are starting their businesses, and we love the energy that they bring to Nashville. It's also a foodie city, so if you love food, you're in luck. Lots of family-owned or small businesses come here to Nashville. Of course, lots of tax benefits because, I don't know if you know this, but Tennessee has no state income tax, and that's a bonus because you get to keep more of what you are earning. Low crime compared to many major metropolitan areas. I think you'll find our crime here is very low. We also have fewer homeless people here than what you will find in Texas and California. Our economy, though, is a rock star. It is rock steady, and so are our housing prices. We have seen some great appreciation the last few years, especially during COVID, because people could move here from anywhere, and a lot of people chose to make Nashville, Tennessee their new home. So lots of factors making Nashville an it city, and when you're looking at Nashville, you have to figure out the factors that are making it an it city are not going away. So it's a great place to park your money. Number 2, housing. Of course, we love real estate. That's our job. But we want to share with you that Nashville is truly one of the safest places to purchase a home. There's no 100% assurity on anything, stocks or housing, but it's a really safe investment here because of the stability. You hear the talk on the news or on the radio about the housing bubble and top cities, that may or may not sustain this remarkable real estate field. I can tell you right now, top cities to live in are exactly where you want to target because they bring that stability because our demand for housing is so high here in Nashville. As far as people waiting for the market to crash, I can tell you right now, of course, anything can happen, but after 21 years in real estate, I think that our effects here in Nashville are very, very, very minimal. We have seen slower appreciation with houses this year, and that's really due to the higher interest rates. We are still, though, seeing home prices go up, not nearly as much as 2021, but they're still trending up if you target great neighborhoods. And of course, if you're looking for a home, why buy in anything but a fantastic neighborhood? So what you need to do is, again, work closely with your agent to study the data. We are absolutely still seeing homes go into multiple offers. Even if it's a little slower, great homes are flying off the market under like 10 days. So work closely with your agent to find that great neighborhood. The one thing I can also tell you about here in Nashville is inventory is going up. Homes are sitting a tad longer, but our market remains very steady. Number 3, Lastly, transportation. Unless you have an unlimited amount of money and you want to Uber everywhere, you are probably going to need a car here in Nashville. Unlike New York or Washington, D.C. that have fantastic metro systems and mass transportation, we unfortunately do not have great public transportation here in Nashville. The city has buses, but unfortunately no one's really on them. And I really think that when you get here, you're going to affirm your decision that you're going to need a car. Some people are so jazzed up and move to town and like, get me into a walkable neighborhood. But even in walkable neighborhoods, you're probably going to need a car to just jump in and go see different venues or get to the grocery store. Another thing about those walkable neighborhoods, prices are very high. Just assume the fact that you're going to need a car. Number 4, I think you'll find that the cost of living here in Nashville is a lot less than other major metropolitan areas. Groceries, if you compare what you pay for a gallon of milk, eggs, bread, all kinds of household essentials here in Nashville, and you compare that to California, there is no comparison. It's just a lot cheaper here. Same thing with utilities. I have people that are moving here from Florida and California and can't believe like how less their bills are going to be. So that's something also to take into consideration if you're moving to Nashville in 2024. So groceries, gas prices, utility costs, when you compare it to other cities, we come in really like a rock star. Also, first and foremost, state income taxes. I literally, before we started taping, took a call from a guy moving his family here from the Illinois area. Illinois has some of the highest taxes ever. And he's like, I'm buying a house there because of taxes. So he's coming into town this weekend to look with his wife. So state income taxes, not having those really does help you keep more of the money that you have earned. Number 5, Nashville is in Davidson County, and there's lots of communities and suburbs, but it is spread out. There's just lots of pockets to choose from, and that's positive because we're always able to place people according to what they envision for their house. All of the areas are growing around Nashville, but we seem to see the best growth to the south of the city. So if you are moving here, I think the first thing you need to do is study where you want to live. We've got all kinds of options. Again, the Gulch is a highly densely populated urban setting in the downtown area. If you want a place with more of a yard, okay, we'll target south of the city or a place like Hendersonville where we have more yard space. As a general rule, the closer you get to the heart of the city, the more dollars per square foot you are going to pay. In a lot of communities we place people in, $350 to $400 a square foot is not unusual at all. If you want new construction, and some of our clients moving here are really just intent on finding a new house, be prepared for 2 things. A, you're going to pay more for that house, dollars per square foot, $500 per square foot on up, and you're most likely going to be out a ways from the heart of the city. So really start with your lifestyle. Do you need to be in the city several times a week, or are you okay just going into the city maybe a couple of times a month? That's a big factor. What are your priorities? Do you have kids in school? Do you need to be out more in the burbs where there are more options for public education? So a couple of elementary schools that are highly regarded in the Nashville area that are public education, and that's an important point because private school is very expensive here. But as far as public schools, a couple of elementary schools that are highly regarded, but not inexpensive as far as the neighborhoods you're going to live in, Kiersey Priest Elementary and Julia Green in Nashville. Both of those are kind of in the Green Hills area, and they're fantastic homes and great top-ranked elementary schools. But as far as looking at a price of a home, you're out the door at a minimum of $1 million. Also, another thing for you to consider is what you like to do when you're not at work. If you're a nature person and you like horses and land, again, we'll want to take you a little bit further outside of the city, perhaps Franklin or nearby Leapers Fork. Number 6, suburbs are growing and land is hard to find. It just doesn't take much to get you to that $500,000 or $600,000 price point, if not above. If that is your wheelhouse and that's your budget, just know that you're going to need to live farther out of the city and will have tougher commute if you work in Nashville. People come here from all over the country, and one of the first conversations I always have with them is about the prices of our homes. It is a little expensive, certainly more than I think a lot of people realize when they move to town, but my humble advice is just to have a budget and be willing to make some sacrifices to keep the house that you pick within that budget. You don't want to be house poor. When we're talking suburbs, we have a lot of neighborhoods with pools and community centers. That's really something you need to know about here in Tennessee. There's some neighborhoods that have nice, but certainly not tricked out community centers and pools. And then southern communities, for instance, like West Haven and Berry Farms in Franklin, they have amazing world-class amenities with multiple beautiful pools and pickleball courts and golf courses. So again, just depends on your budget and what your priority is. Number 7, there's lots of new people always coming to town. So if you are the type of person who really thrives in an environment where you're getting out to meet new people, you're gonna love it here in Nashville because we have a lot of new faces and that brings some amazing energy to the city. But know that that's gonna take work. When you move to any new place, you have to make it a priority to get out there and find your people. It's beaming with new people here all the time, but again, know that coming in, you're going to need to find hobbies that interest you, that you can perhaps meet some new friends at. Here in the South, this is the Bible Belt, and church is very prevalent and very important to so many people who live here in the South. So churches are great ways to find wonderful communities. But whatever your hobby or whatever your interests are, fine tune that. So when you get to town, you use that as an outlet to find your people. So if those 7 things did not scare you off, you're officially in. You're moving here to Nashville, Tennessee in 2024. If you have not found a real estate agent to ask them just general questions about the area, or maybe it's not you, maybe you know a coworker or a family member that's thinking about moving to Nashville, Tennessee, we would be honored to hop on a call with them. They can text us, they can call us, and we're happy to answer any questions that we have about the city and options that they might want to consider. And if you know that they're coming to town, be sure by all means text us. We'll block off some days in the calendar so we can get them in to see different neighborhoods so we can find that perfect new house. We're all about helping you buy a house, get a fresh start, and live your best life yet. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.